Observe, but don't be observer. Observer is past, is conditioned. Be here. Just here, operate with the new, fresh, alike. With this sense of freshness, I tell you, you will be living in reality. The mind, the problems, the problem of the mind, the fear, jealousy, envy, whatever it might be, you just keep understanding, deeper understanding, not putting yourself out, not being a observer, just observe, and when you observe, you will be that. A fear is not different, a jealousy is not different. A person who is having a jealousy is not different from that jealousy, not different from that fear. Going deep into that, understanding deep that, there is a possibility to understand it without consuming any sense of time and space, because you are operating, you are learning in present, and mind has been accustomed to work in past and future. This past and future are going to dissolve when you are operating at present, and all the problems are of past or future. If you see at present, there is no problem. You might have a pain, but you have a pain and you are doing activity. You may see an old person, the old person is walking on the street, but you might fear being a young. What will happen when I am old? Future. But old is living a life. This life, if you try to understand, it's very beautiful because it is not certain. You can miss it. Being aware of all that facts, being aware and attentive, being watchful, I just invite you to explore yourself, to discover yourself. I know today I had been opening many questions in your mind, but I think it's not a time, maybe some other time at my meditation camp, or if I may have time in my healing days, I may answer you with your questions. Don't try to create any impression of my talk. Don't try to create any accumulation of knowledge. We are just being together, discussing some issues. No matter with any religion, any country, being in love, communicating, and being in communion. My love is for all of you, and I just think that if you are attentive, if you are aware and watchful, just not taking a single second We will move from here without any sense of fear. Having said all that what is important, if you will have any question, I will answer you. Thank you for hearing me so peacefully.
Today evening, I am going to talk direct to you. A very simple talk. We together are going to understand about our life. I have a son. He's 8 months old. I see him. He is so wondered. Everything makes him in wonder because everything is new. For the very first time, the child is being acquainted with some things. The tree moving, the flower blossoming, and with his whatever sound, you will not call it language, whatever the sound is there, he tries to speak to them. If he sees a chair, he speaks. Like from very long this chair had been standing, we had been sitting on that chair, we never spoke to that chair, but this little boy speaks to the chair. We never have thanked the things in our daily life, used things. He thanks and talks to each and everything. People seeing that he is talking to all these things, they say he is too young, he don't know yet. Of course, he don't know yet the language. And do you know? You know the language. And because you know the language, you are only waiting for the reaction. He is not waiting. He is just doing, he is trying to speak and he doesn't need any reply. You need a reply. Our whole life, if you see very minutely, is action and reaction. There is action, then there is reaction, and sometimes we are waiting only for the reaction. Our all the acts are for reaction. You say thank you to someone and you are hoping he will say welcome or mention what. You are helping to someone and in return you need something. Always a contradict. Always a action is requiring a reaction. And I tell you the truth. An action requiring no reaction is pure action.
most of the people, they die without living. That's why they fear from the death. Because they have not lived. They have created their life a death. And if this life is death, what it might be when the physical organism is dead? What is dead? Physical organism is going to die. We scare, we fear. We fear from everything. Whatever steps you take in your life, whatever decisions you take in your life, there is fear. Because you don't care. You don't care for the life. You don't care for the moments which are present to you. We don't know what actually care is. I was explaining very simply that how can you care about small things in your life with having no burden, with spontaneity. And I tell you, as it is always, I had been misunderstood with many people. A very simple thing to care, but you people, you had made theories of everything, even how to breathe. So very simple things also appear very difficult to you. We are learning. We are learning some things. We are communicating some things here. When you are learning, the learning is very active, present. Try to understand. The learning is very active, present. Although you have learned something, but learning is always in active present. It has nothing to do with the past. You are learning at the moments. You see that you don't see. You hear, but you don't listen. You misunderstand and think you have understood. This is the problem of everyday life. With mundane affairs, misunderstanding goes on. This is the condition of daily life. So what to say about meditation? To say something about meditation is contradictory in terms. You can feel it, you can have it, you can be in it. To talk about is rather impossible. Because language has its limits and misunderstanding is part of the language. Even a man like Gautam Buddha was misunderstood, was used to, after his evening talk, to say to his disciple to meditate before they sleep. It was a very routine. Every day, it was customary that before going bed, they were doing certain kind of meditation. So rather saying it very clear, he was saying, I have talked what I wanted to talk. I have said what I wanted to say.
Now go in your meditation, and it was really a good thing to do by Gautam Buddha, that before you go to bed, do a 1 hour meditation and then slowly fall asleep, slip into the sleep. It is ridiculous to hear from people that when they meditate, they feel tired. It absorbs the energy. Something is wrong. Maybe it's completely wrong. Because at least if you are using some technique for meditation, at least that technique to give you little bit peace. Maybe not completely the peaceful mind, but little bit peace. You take out from 24 hours, maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes for meditation, and you think you have done a great job. And what is this 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Some people, they go on chanting some name, their guru told them, chant some name. Some people, they concentrate somewhere on their third eye, navel or whatsoever, some outer object. Some they try to do imaginary exercises. I am not against any technique. But surely these techniques are not meditation. That techniques are vehicle from what you can cross the river. But as soon as you have crossed, you should leave. Leave your boat. Think of yourself. You have crossed the river and then carrying the boat. The boat is not useful. Throw it. But we are bound. Because whatsoever we do in life, we collect. We don't want to leave anything. Maybe with some technique you found some glimpses of meditation. Now that technique is your lifelong partner. Nothing else than that. You will only talk about that. You will only do something about that. You will only tell to others how you have felt past.